Howdy folks, Rob, MaximumRD here, checking out a video by KITT171. Primarily this one, I'm going to be doing a response to it, and the theme here is anger and video games, managing it and breaking things. Have I done it? And you can watch his video there. I'll leave a link in the description, and be sure to check out KITT171's channel. He pretty much delves into every aspect of classic gaming, the classics, the hardware, unboxings, discussions, news regarding gaming, classic gaming, pretty much anything you can think of that relates to it. You're going to find some related content in his channel. So check him out, check out his channel, swing by. Leave a comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's get to the response. And let me just prop you up here. Hopefully it won't be much of an issue. Okay, hope you're getting me in proper frame there. So yeah, on the subject of his video and anger and video games, I did think about it a lot, and I don't really recall a specific moment, at least not when it comes to breaking things. I guess I tend to be more, you know, inward with my anger, which is, it's good under the right conditions, but it can be bad because I'm one of those people that you'd be hard pressed to get me angry under most circumstances, but if I reach that boiling point, then yeah, it's not pretty. But anyways, so yeah, I'd have to say when it comes to video games, no, I've been greatly annoyed by them. I've been heavily frustrated by them. Anyone who's played a large number of video games, which I clearly have since well before the 2600 Atari 2600 days and to present day, I cannot recall ever purposely or in a fit of rage breaking anything. So, but yeah, I can get annoyed. What I typically do in that case would be just to step back, walk away, and come back fresh later on. And the majority of the time that results in me beating the level or beating the game, passing a certain boss, etc. It's always better to just, you know, walk away, and instead of getting angered. I've seen some of those videos online where people are just totally enraged and angered and screaming and throwing their controller around, etc. That's just not who I am, basically. So, but I will mention one kind of related short little story relating to anger in video games, which if you're, you know, around my age or older, you could probably relate to on some level, and it's regarding the Atari game E.T. for the Atari 2600. Now, keeping in mind though, you know, I'm not one of those people that goes on about how it's the worst game ever made and crashed the video game market and blah blah blah, because most of that is not really true. But that's a whole different subject. Me and a friend of mine back in the day when the game came out, we were you know, fans of the film, and of course with the marketing blitz that Atari had made, and just the thought of, as they say, bringing E.T. home was very appealing. So needless to say, my closest friend Gord and I, we got our copies of E.T. And here's the funny thing, at that time I didn't even have an Atari 2600. I wanted the game so badly I bought it. He got his. I got mine. We went back to his place to play it. And I forget the circumstances and why exactly. I think, again, just being excited about the whole prospect. I wanted to play my cartridge, my version. I wanted to open mine and look what was included and whatever. So, you know, I opened it up and we stuck E.T. in his Atari 2600 and we began playing. And let me just say, I don't know what it is. Maybe I just seem to click with it, and it's quite possible also, well, I tend to read instructions thoroughly. I enjoyed all those instruction manuals that came with Atari 2600 games because I like the backstory and reading about it and basically just, you know, figuring out exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And whether it was that or just I clicked with it for some reason, because whenever it was my turn on the game, I had no problem, you know, floating up out of the holes that E.T. would fall into, the pits or whatever you want to call them. And, you know, I would fall down and get out of them rather easily. My friend, on the other hand, for some reason, just, it wasn't clicking with him. It wasn't, the game just did not agree with him. And so at one point, I think after he had fallen into, back into the hole about the 20th time, he just looked at me, he just gave me this look, and he looked down at the cartridge and the 2600, he grabbed the cartridge, and he kind of went like this, and he whipped it against the wall across the room. And I was just stunned. And at the same time, it sank into me, wait a minute, that's my cartridge. This is my game. So, you know, being younger and fooling around with your friends and stuff like that, I looked at him, I was like, oh, what the hell are you doing? And I had this thing, you know, here I didn't even have a 2600, but I was so proud of owning this game and happy to own this game, knowing that one day I would own an Atari, my own Atari that I could play it on. And I was pretty anal about keeping things in good condition and keeping them, you know, in perfect shape. So needless to say, I got really pissed off. And so for me, it wasn't about getting mad at the game, but I got mad at, you know, his getting mad at my game. So bottom line, after some words were exchanged and some threats made, I basically went home with his E.T. cartridge because I looked at what he had thrown against the wall, and much to, you know, Atari's credit, I don't think there was that much damage to it. There was no cracks or chips or anything like that, but I think the label had gotten just something slightly smudged or creased or something like that in the label. So of course I demanded that he take mine and I get to take his home. And that's what happened, and that's my little story. So there you have it. The game never frustrated me that much, and as I said, with any video game, if I feel I'm reaching that point of rage, I basically just walk away from it, and maybe my friend should have done that too. So yeah, that was just a funny memory that popped into my mind after watching KITT171's video there about video games and anger and breaking things. So I hope you like this response. That's it. Rob MaximumRD out. Again, check out his channel. You won't regret it. Tons of content. And say hi. Talk to you later. Rob MaximumRD out.